I've always kind of felt left out about the very hungry caterpillar.
Uh,
Like as a kid, I just never got it.
mm.
It just seemed like a bug eats a lot.
Right. I can see that, but there's more to it than meets the eye, I think.
Okay, so convince me then, why is this book such a classic?
Well, the best way is to experience it firsthand.
All right.
Let's take a little journey through the pages together.
All right, let's do it. Take us back to the beginning.
Okay, so it starts on a quiet night.
Okay.
In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf.
So we've got our setting and we've got anticipation. What happens next?
Then morning arrives.
Mm-hmm.
On Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and POP, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar,
There he is, our little protagonist.
living up to his name.
Yeah, he is. What's first on the menu for this hungry guy?
He starts his culinary adventure with a classic.
Okay.
He ate through one red apple, but he was still hungry.
All right, one apple down and
Mhm.
still hungry. I guess caterpillars have a pretty impressive metabolism.
Well, he's growing after all.
That's true. Growth requires fuel.
Indeed.
So what does he gobble up next?
On Monday, our determined caterpillar moves on.
Okay.
He ate through 2 green pears, but he was still hungry?
2 pears? This caterpillar's really packing it in.
Yes.
I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Yeah.
Each day a new food, and his appetite is not slowing down.
Not at all. The story unfolds with this rhythmic repetition,
Yeah.
which makes it so good for young readers.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So what's Wednesday's culinary delight?
His tastes expand even further. He ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry.
3 plums. This little guy is working his way through a whole fruit basket.
He is, and his journey continues.
Okay.
On Thursday, he ate through 4 red strawberries, but he was still hungry.
Okay, I have to ask, is he ever going to be full?
Well, his hunger is a driving force in the story.
Okay.
It really propels him forward
Yeah,
on his quest for something more.
fair enough. So Friday arrives, and what's on the menu?
He ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry.
5 oranges. This caterpillar is a fruit-eating machine.
You got it.
I'm starting to feel full just listening to this.
Imagine how the caterpillar must feel.
Probably ready for a nap or a good digestive aid.
Yeah.
But wait, there's still Saturday to come, and I have a feeling things are about to get a little crazy.
Oh, Saturday is definitely a turning point.
All right, I'm all ears. What does this little glutton get into?
Okay, prepare yourself.
Sure.
On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night, he had a stomachache.
Whoa, that's quite a menu. It sounds like he went on an all-out junk food binge.
It does, doesn't it? Saturday's all about indulgence,
Yeah.
trying everything in sight.
And I bet he's paying the price for it now.
Indeed. It seems even caterpillars aren't immune to the consequences of overindulgence.
So what happens next? Does he learn his lesson?
Well, Sunday brings a new day and a newfound wisdom. He ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that he felt much better.
Back to basics. Sometimes simple is best.
Exactly. And with his renewed well-being, our caterpillar embarks on the next stage of his transformation.
Ooh, this is where things get really interesting. Take us through it.
He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks.
Ah, the cocoon stage. A time for quiet reflection and change. What happens in there?
Well, that's the mystery, isn't it?
It is.
We have to wait and see what emerges from this period of transformation.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat. What happens next?
We'll have to continue that journey in the next part. Welcome back. When we left off, our very hungry caterpillar had just spun his cocoon.
Right, he ate his way through that giant feast, got a stomachache, soothed himself with a nice green leaf. He's been through a lot.
It has, and now he's inside this cocoon. You know, the story tells us he stayed inside for more than 2 weeks.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
What's he doing in there? Is he napping?
It's more than sleep. It's really a period of profound transformation. He's undergoing a metamorphosis.
So it's not about getting bigger.
Right.
It's about changing.
Exactly. But the transformation takes time. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon.
He's breaking free.
He pushed his way out, and then
Don't leave us hanging.
he was a beautiful butterfly.
Wow. What a transformation from a tiny, hungry caterpillar to this magnificent butterfly. It's like magic.
It is magical, but the transformation wasn't sudden. It was a process.
Right, from that little egg to
Mhm.
the eating the stomach ache, the soothing leaf, and the cocoon. It all led up to this.
Exactly. The caterpillar's journey wasn't just about satisfying his hunger.
Yeah.
It was about growth and change and becoming something new.
It's a pretty powerful message for a children's book.
It is. It's a story that resonates with us on so many levels.
I'm starting to see this book in a whole new light.
That's the beauty of these stories we loved as kids. We bring new perspectives, deeper understanding, we discover hidden layers.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up this journey with the very hungry caterpillar, what are some key takeaways here?
Well, besides the simple pleasure of the story itself,
Right.
I think there are some valuable lessons about life.
Like what?
Like patience. The caterpillar doesn't transform overnight. He spends weeks inside that cocoon.
Yeah.
A gradual but profound change.
And embracing change. The caterpillar doesn't resist his transformation.
Right.
He embraces it, and he becomes something beautiful.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd get so philosophical about a hungry caterpillar. But I see what you mean. This book has deeper meaning.
It does.
Yeah.
And that's why it continues to captivate readers of all ages.
So what final thought do we leave our listeners with today?
I think it's this. Like the very hungry caterpillar, we all have the potential for transformation. Embrace the journey, be patient with the process, and never stop growing.
That was a great deep dive. I'm surprised at how much depth there is to this book.
It's amazing, isn't it? Eric Carle really was a genius.
We talked about transformation and patience, but what about his hunger? What do you make of that?
I think it represents more than just needing food. It's this desire for growth and experience.
So it's not about filling his belly. It's about filling his life.
Right. Even if some of those experiences are uncomfortable, like the stomach ache.
Exactly. And then he transforms into a butterfly. Such a hopeful image.
It really is. It suggests that even after struggle, we can come out stronger and more beautiful.
I also love Carle's illustrations. Those vibrant collages? They're so unique.
Yeah, they're a work of art. And the holes in the pages,
Oh, yeah.
they create such a fun experience for kids.
You can really touch and feel the story.
Is
Thanks,
there?
it's so impactful. Well, I think we've covered just about everything. Any final thoughts?
Just this, never underestimate the power of a good story. It can transport us, teach us, inspire us.
Well said. So to our listeners, revisit The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Mm-mm.
You might be surprised by what you discover.
And remember, like the caterpillar, embrace your journey, be patient, and never stop growing.